Hi everyone. Today we'll be looking at how to get responses from GPT-3 language model. You can go about doing this in two ways. So OpenAI has a playground. You can just type in OpenAI playground. That will lead you to the playground they have where you can type in prompts and you will basically get responses from GPT-3. So for example, I can type in a prompt, how is the weather like today, right? And let me submit this. And I get a response from GPT-3 which says the weather is beautiful today, it's sunny and warm. And so you can get the response from different versions of GPT-3 based on the size. And you also have a bunch of different parameters like temperature. So temperature basically controls how deterministic the generation is going to be. So for example here you see the weather is beautiful and sunny. So let's try to prompt GPT-3 again with the same question. um, and then you see the response is very different. It says the weather is very nice today and it's sunny and there's a cool breeze, which was different from what was generated before. So that's because of the temperature parameter. So if you set this to 0, basically you wouldn't have this randomness, and the response is going to be more deterministic each time we query. We can try that. So now let's submit this, and it says the weather is cloudy and cool today, right? So you submit this again, you're going to get the same response. So you're basically controlling the randomness by specifying, by keeping a very low temperature. And it becomes deterministic in that, right? If you have a high temperature, you're going to get random responses each time you query with the same prompt. And then you also have an option, show probability. I think this is really cool. And this basically gives you the probability of the most likely words. So here, for example, for the, if you hover around the, you can see that the probability of the was around 85%, and weather was 99%, and let's say cloudy, it wasn't very confident with that, only 21%. And you can also look at the other likely tokens, right? This is listing the top 5 likely tokens. So it was sunny, cloud, like, and nice. So you can basically look at the probabilities of different tokens. And this is a nice space to play around with different prompts and different responses which you get, sort of altering the parameters here and trying to figure out what happens when you alter them. You can do the same thing in Python as well. And I have this Colab notebook to illustrate that. So you'd be using OpenAI Python package, and here you'd need an API key, and this key is, it can be found on your profile. So to use the playground also, you would need to create an account with OpenAI, and you get around $18 of free credit initially. And each query to GPT-3 is costing a certain amount. So you need to be mindful with the number of times you basically query and the length of your prompts. You want to be frugal with that. And then so here basically, if you have to get a response from GPT-3, you can use the completion create function, and you'd be specifying the engine, and here it would be text DaVinci 002. So that would correspond to whatever model you're picking from here, right? We'll keep the models the same. And then you specify the prompt similar to what I specified earlier. How is the weather like today? And then you also specify the max tokens, and you get a response from the model. And here it says the weather is all right today, right? So this is the response. The text in choices gives you the response. And you also get a bunch of different finish reasons, and stop is one of them. You probably want to favor stop. So this basically means that the response which you're getting was it came to a natural stopping point when it generated that, and it's been able to incorporate your prompt and get the response and complete the response within the max number of tokens you have. It's not really restricted by the max number of tokens. So yeah, that's how you can quickly get started with prompting GPT-3, and they have a good document on references and what different parameters mean and how you can use GPT-3 for completions, question answering, etc. So you may want to take a look at that once you've tried it out. Yeah, thank you.